Hey, there's a bunch of spoilers in this video, so if you haven't finished the campaign yet, don't watch it. Okay, thanks. The Praxic Blade is earned after completing the Fire and Ice mission. There's not much of a guide to make because this is just during the campaign. The only thing you might struggle with is the mechanic in this mission, which I will quickly review right now. The goal in the first encounter, really both encounters, but mainly the first, is to throw 4 of the appropriate energy balls at the 4 corresponding hoops, for lack of a better term. 2 of the hoops are white, and the other 2 are black. You need to spawn in energy balls to throw at these hoops. Certain types of enemies are going to spawn in this arena, namely Barrent Cabal and the Taken. If you kill the Barrent Centurion, or essentially the non-Taken Centurion, you will get a Barrent Energy Cleaved buff at the top of your screen. The Taken will be Taken Energy Cleaved. Then you must kill another Centurion to spawn the energy balls. In order to spawn light energy balls, aka paired energy, you must kill the enemy that matches your buff. So if you have Taken Energy Cleaved, you should kill the Taken Centurion. That will spawn paired energy, aka the light energy balls. If you have Barrent, kill Barrent. That will also spawn the light energy balls. To spawn dark energy balls, aka opposite energy, you kill the inverse of your buff. So a Taken buff would kill a Barrent Centurion. Barrent energy would kill a Taken Centurion. You should gradually increase the energy in each hoop together. So if you spawn 4 dark energy balls, you should throw 2 of them into one hoop and 2 of them into the other hoop. If you dump all 4 into one hoop at the same time, the game is going to get really mad at you and say that the energy is imbalanced, and then it's going to take it all away and it's going to spawn a bunch of garbage. So don't do that. The final boss has this mechanic as well, except there's only 2 dark hoops, so you only need opposite energy. Use the switches in the middle of the room above where the boss spawned in to trigger more spawns, and you should get this done pretty quickly, barring like the energy balls falling off a cliff or something like that. Anyway, that's going to get you the base sword, which has a ton of upgrades to go unlock. The first upgrade you're going to get is like, I think it's defensive stance, which is from a quest that you get after completing the campaign. This quest is very self-explanatory though. It just asks you to use the sword in all the ways that you can use it. So, light attacks, throw attacks, reflecting, etc. Then you're gonna meditate, you will buy the upgrade in Tharsis Outpost, and then you're gonna run the exotic mission again while getting a bunch more kills. No special knowledge needed here, literally just read the quest. Reading the quest explains the quest. Next up are the 3 catalysts that you find in the exotic mission. There are 4 total, but one of them is in the dungeon, and the dungeon's not out yet as of the making of this video, so I'll cover that another time. I do also plan on making a video when it's possible to get everything for the Praxic Blade and just combining all of my guides into one mega guide. So if you want to just wait for that, I get it. The first catalyst involves the destruction of 7 oddities within the exotic mission using the sword, with all of them taking place before the first encounter. This section is going to be I'm just going to let the footage play here moment, as opposed to me trying to narrate all of this direction and where to go. Just follow along on screen because it's 2 in the morning and I'm really tired. Note that some of the sword throws that you're going to have to do are a little finicky. So if you got to finagle some weird throw to make your sword hit the target, just do that. That's fine. I'm not sure if you can do this catalyst at the same time as the next 2 catalysts, though. Time-wise, it might be a little tight. I don't know if you'd want to do all 3 at once. Could just get a little hectic, but I mean, you could try, I guess. I didn't try it, though, so I'm not sure if it would work. I can't guarantee that it would. Maybe if you do it, speak up in the comments. Also, I highly, highly recommend having Strand on for this, specifically Grapple, to make a couple of parts much easier for you. It's not impossible without it, but it's going to make your life a lot easier. Also, after you destroy all the 7 things, you must complete the mission. The catalyst drops at the end. It doesn't drop when you kill all 7 things. It's at the end, so do the whole thing. Okay, here we go. Okay, now for the next two. I did a few tests to try to determine how these both work, and it does seem like you need to get both of them in the same run. At least when I recorded this video, that was the case. It could be bugged. Maybe that's just the way you gotta do it. I'll explain in a moment. But for now, as of this video, I did both at the same time, because I don't think it works any other way. So, to get these, you're first gonna start with killing 2 imbalanced wardens at the start of the mission. One of them is far off to the right side before you go inside like the bunker, and then the other's off to the left in a cave, also before the bunker. Killing both of these is going to trigger a message. I'm just going to let the clip play so you can see where they are. From there, you're going to head to the first encounter, but make sure you hit these 4 nodes before doing the big drop after you go through the portal. This is going to trigger a 30-minute timer. I'm relatively sure you need this active based on some testing that I did, but this should be more than enough time to get both of them done. Navigate your way through to the first encounter. From here, you need to spawn in 4 more wardens to kill, and then kill the small blights that spawn in the center of the room. To spawn a warden, you need to do the thing I said not to do earlier. Throw all 4 energy balls into the same hoop. This is going to overload the hoop full of energy, and then the game's going to get mad, and that's going to spawn a warden. If you're throwing energy and it's not spawning a warden, make sure you're matching the colors. Like, white's got to go to white, black's got to go to black. Overload each hoop in the arena 1 time. That will spawn 4 wardens. You cannot do the same hoop twice. Then you're going to kill the small blights that spawn in the middle of the arena with your sword, which will trigger a boss ogre to spawn in. Kill this boss ogre and then do the encounter the correct way now. Like, once the ogre's dead, then do it correctly. You should get the message, something shifts within the Praxic vault when you kill the boss ogre. Once you see that message, do the encounter as you would normally do it. Once you've completed the encounter, leave through the portal and activate the whatever this thing is to flip the realm. But before you go back inside into the portal, go to those 2 spots where the wardens were when you first started the mission, because like you should be right there. There should be a small blight in each of their spawn points. If not, sorry. Try it again, because I don't know what happened. They should be there. They should be there if you did it all correctly. Hit them both, which should then trigger another message, and then head back into the portal and go to the final boss. The only thing that changes here is that 2 white hoops are going to spawn when you get the boss to 25% HP, and they spawn underneath the floor that you're standing on, and this is in addition to the 2 black hoops. You need to do the white hoops before the black hoops, because if you do the black hoops first, the fight progresses, and then you lose the chance to throw any more energy into the hoops. White hoops first, then the black hoops. Use the thing above the boss to trigger more spawns of the correct enemies to spawn energy balls. Works the exact same way as the previous encounter with the energy and the spawning of the enemy, all that stuff. It's the same thing. Then just finish the run, kill the boss, and you will get both of the catalysts from the chests at the end. Again, 30 minutes should be more than enough time to get both, especially if you are in any kind of voice comms, Discord, voice chat, whatever. The reason I say to do both of these at the same time is because I accidentally messed up getting the 3rd catalyst when I got the 2nd catalyst. So then I tried to do just the 3rd catalyst, both with and without the timer, and not doing the 2nd catalyst mechanics, and it did not work either time. When I did it with doing the 2nd catalyst mechanics and the timer, it worked. I'm not sure, but for now, I would just do both at the same time. Just do that. Like I said, I will eventually have a video going over how to get everything for the blade, and I will probably just copy paste this video straight into that one. So if you're just going to play it patient, I don't know why you didn't leave the video earlier, but I guess thanks for watching all the way through. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.